Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the prose, a letter to God. You are very familiar with the word letter, isn't it? You write letter to your friends or parents or sister or brother or relatives. Here the man Lenko writes letter to God. Now we will go to see the prose. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. The house, only one means single house. The entire valley sat on the crest of a low hill. Crest means top of a hill. There is only one house in the top of the hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers, and that always promised a good harvest. From that, we can see the river and the ripe corn. Ripe corn means mature corn. Corn means grain. They are spreading with flowers and it will give a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. The only thing, that is the corn, ripe corn needed the downpour means heavy rain. Shower means light shower of rain. The field need the heavy rain or light shower of rain. Throughout the morning, Lenko, who knew his field intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. From the morning itself, Lenko standing in the field, but he didn't do any work. He simply sees the sky towards the northeast. Now, we are really going to get some water. Women, here women refers to Lenko's wife. He told that we want to get some water. The woman who was preparing supper replied, "Yes, God willing." The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the women called to them all, come for dinner. They have sons. The older sons were working in the field and the smaller ones were playing near the house till their mother calling to come for dinner. It was during the meal that just as Lenko had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Here Lenko predicted means made a forecast. He told that big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. He told that the clouds approaching near their mountain. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Lenko went out for the feeling of the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, "These are in raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins." Then when he returned, he exclaimed. Exclaimed means cried with surprise. He told that the raindrops are in the sky. They are new coins. That is, he compared the new raindrops to the new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. That is, the big drops are compared to 10 rupees coin and the small one is 5 rupees coin. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers dropped in a curtain of rain. Satisfied expression, that means contented expression, that is show of feelings. Regarded means thought. Draped means dressed up. That is, the corn flower is covered with the rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. Then suddenly the strong wind began to blow, and the very large hailstones means rain of snow, began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. The hailstones, that is the rain of snow, is compared to silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. Frozen pearls means icy hailstones. The boys come out and to collect the frozen pearls. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. Lencho exclaimed that the situation is very bad now. I hope it passes quickly. Lencho hoped that it passes very quickly. It didn't pass quickly, but it didn't pass very quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The rain of snow filled with all the places, that is the garden, hillside, cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. The field looks like covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. There is no leaf on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plant. There is no flower in the corn. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Lencho was very sad. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, after the storm passed, he came to his field and stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, that is, a plague of locusts. Here, locust means insects which fly in big swarms. That is, attack of insects or flies. Have left more than this. A plague of locusts would have left more than this. Here, dropped means covered. Locust means attack of insects or flies. That the hail was left nothing. This year we will have no corn. Lencho explained his feelings with their family members. This year we will have no corn. There is no corn for this year. That night was sorrowful one. That night he felt very sad, so it is called a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There is no one who can help us. He told that all our work are waste. Nobody can help us. We will all go hungry this year. So, we all go hungry in this year. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. That is, but in the hearts of all, that means Lencho's family members, all the family members who lived in that solitary house. Solitary means single house in the middle of the valley. There was a single hope. They are having some hope, that is, they can get the help from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. In that time, his wife told, don't be so upset, though this seems like a total loss, but no one dies of hunger. That's what they say, no one dies of hunger. All they said, no one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God. Throughout the night, he thought about the God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Conscience means an inner sense of right and wrong. Elenko was an ox of a man working like an animal in the fields. Here, ox of a man refers to a hard working nature. Working like an animal, like an ox, he worked very hard in the fields. But still, he knew how to write. Though he worked very hard in the field, he knew how to write letters. The following Sunday, at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. The following Sunday, on the morning, he began to write a letter and go to the town and place it in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. Then, God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family, and I will go hungry this year. God, if you don't help me, you didn't help me means my family and I will go hungry for this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes. Here pesos means currency of several Latin American countries. Then he needed 100 pesos from God because he once again sowed his field. Due to the hailstorm, all the crops are destructed. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside all, still troubled, went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. In the envelope, he wrote to God and put the letter inside and still troubled, went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. One of the employees, that is the post office employee who was a postman, he also helped at the post office, went to his boss and laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable. Here amiable means friendly and pleasant. From his experience, he didn't know the address of the God. He never experienced him to write the letter for God. But he is a friendly and pleasant man. A fat, amiable fellow also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter." Then he is also laughing, but almost immediately he turned into serious condition and commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter." Starting up a correspondence with God. He wished to communicate the person with the God. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answer the letter. He thought that he had to answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer, if he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. That is, the postmaster wants to help Lenko, so he collected some money. He collected money from his employees and he gave himself a part of his salary, and several friends also he collected money for an act of charity. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. It was impossible to collect 100 pesos, but he collected some money, that is more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature, God. He sent the put it money in the cover, envelope cover, and then send a single word, that is from God, that's all. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. The next day, Lencho came to the post office little earlier and asked them if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. Here, contentment means satisfaction. The postman had the satisfaction to hand over the envelope. The next, Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Here, tapping means thumping, commented, that is told. Performed means done. Deed means act. Containing means having. The next, Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. That is, Lencho didn't show any surprise on seeing the money because he has the such confidence, but he became very angry because when he counted the money, God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. He firmly thought about his request, that is, he asked the God to send 100 pesos. So he definitely had the confidence God will send 100 pesos. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. Then he went up to the window and asked for some paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. On the public writing table, he wrote the letter once again to the God. Here, brow means the part of the face above the eyes. Effort means try. Express means to show feeling or opinion. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. Here, fist means closed palm. Affixed means glued. Affixed means glued. Licked means strike with tongue. Licked means strike with tongue. Then, the moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. After the moment means a particular point of time. At that time, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest since I need it very much. Lencho wrote that I asked for 700 pesos but I got only 70 pesos. So send the remaining amount, that is the 30 pesos to me. Since I need it very much, it is very important to me. But don't send it to me through the mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. And ask the guard not to send the remaining pesos through the mail because Lencho called the employees are a bunch of crooks. Here, bunch means group. Crook means cheats. He called the post office employees as group of cheats.